Salante, everyone. This is the BumCast presented by Windy City Sports Cards. I am your host, HBIC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, the Southside bum, Dougie Freshness, and a victorious Baloney. Polls just closed. Peter, in an absolute dogfight today with Senior Sox, you officially have moved on in the Summer of George region. Congratulations.
By the skin of my teeth. Thank you, everyone. I mean, it was a fun day. I'd say every time there's a one-way tourney, it's fun. Thank you, everyone. The supported retweets, quote tweets, endorsements, shares, everything. It was a fun day. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate the support. But like I mentioned in the promo before this, I got a BumCast to focus on, baby. Mondays are for the BumCast. So no offense to the 108 tourney, but let's do this.
I must have missed the memo about St. Patrick's Day because I'm wearing red.
Wait, what is this?
So I have some unfortunate news. My Where to Gold At shirt, I got a little fatter over the year. It's a little snug. So I gotta get a new one for next year.
That do be happening.
Yeah.
You know what? We got to do a little bit of probably Bums Green merch for next month or next year.
I agree.
Yeah,
100% agree. But yeah, I need a new shirt for next year. I think I'm just gonna go with it shrunk. I didn't gain weight; it shrunk.
No, dude, you could have totally cut it up the sides today, and nobody would have been none the wiser, dude.
Yeah,
nice little
wardrobe change. I forgot wardrobe change.
Oh, okay,
but I do have a Guinness, so nice. I am on brand for St. Patrick's Day. So, guys, I think there was a lot going on this weekend, man. We had a blast. There's a lot of Guinnesses that were had over the weekend. So, guys, how was your weekend, man? Peter, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm wearing green. I'm like you, Jay. I don't typically. I'm an emo kid. I'm typically in all black or some sort of White Sox hat and black hoodie. For the most part, I don't have much green, but I did feel like celebrating this year. We went to Jerry O'Sullivan's house. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that later in the show. But thank you to Jerry. We had a great time on the south side of Chicago. And I had more Guinnesses yesterday than I've ever had Guinnesses in my entire life. I mean, I've had a Guinness or two, casually with you, Jason. I was drinking Guinness like they were Modelos yesterday, and they were going down smooth.
So, question: Did you get the black poops?
I know people were saying that. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna poop black tomorrow," and I was like, "I don't know. I mean, this might be too much information. Normal poops.
Good for you. Good for you." Dougie, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I went through my fair share of Modelos as well. Had our normal little family party or whatever that we do every year, and your boy put down 23 of them, and I could not confirm if I had the black poops because I have a black toilet, so hidden in the sauce.
So I want. I actually wanted to.
Wait, you got a black toilet? Are we burying the lead here? How did we
find
this out?
1980?
Huh?
Was it 1980?
No. My basement bathroom or whatever. It was supposed to be a man cave down here, so I made it like my basement bathroom White Sox. So it's a black toilet, black sink, and then black and white checkered tile.
So one thing I wanted to call you out on, Dougie.
Yeah.
You had the tweet, and you said at one point, I think you said you were 14 and a half Guinnesses down, and then you just said you were 23.
Yeah.
I have to call bullshit at that because if you can count, you weren't drunk enough.
You know what? Guinnesses don't affect me for shit.
Really?
Dude, I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe, I know I could take down a lot of Millers, but the carbonation usually catches up with me. Dude, those Guinnesses are so smooth. I mean, the only thing that really catches up with me is I start pissing a lot. And I don't know if you saw the size of the sandwiches I was eating or the potato pancakes I had. I wasn't getting drunk off of anything that night. I also stayed away from shots too. So I just did strictly beers. So
yeah.
But
Johnny,
I
how you
put
doing?
them
Good.
down.
I had a nice little weekend myself, going to St. Patty's Day. Went to Shinnick's. Actually, it was the first time I went to Shinnick's ever in my life. I never been there before, which is fucking
You're
crazy.
right down the street for entire life.
I'm like a couple blocks away. I was always either going to Corks, Turtles, or Wings. I don't know, but That was the first time I went there. It was a great time. The Rovers stopped by doing the bagpipes. So
They had
um,
was in the bagpipes. That looked like an awesome time.
it was. I mean, they went around to different spots and around the neighborhood and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. Um, Pretty packed, kind of people who in the neighborhood as well too. So it was a really good time. And obviously, from one of the pictures, I met one of the 11th wardmen, uh,
Oh,
the 11th ward. The guy, I mean, he's going for
Alderman
it.
Bob Tolan.
Bob Tolan. I met Bob Tolan there. So
he's not real. Not real.
That's what I said. And the 108 guys also said we've met him. They're all real. And then Johnny sent that picture to the group text. Said I met Bob Tolan, and in my head I thought Johnny is such a Bridgeport through and through guy. He might be part of the 11th ward, like sleeper cell, and we don't even know it. He might be Bob Tolan.
Wouldn't that be a plot twist?
No, I'm not. I just hey, we all come from the same neighborhood. We know the same people, so it's just what it is. And he said he's gonna fix on my black the pothole that's been there for like a past couple of weeks. So
Stand up guy. Stand
up guy. Hell of a guy.
Yeah. So yes, I was also Peter. We mentioned we'll talk about it later, but at Jerry O'Sullivan, so drank a shit ton of Guinnesses. But I also had some friends over Saturday night, and that was just crazy with the amount of stouts. Not besides just Guinness, but the Goose Island Shamrock Stout, doing the Irish flag shots, and there might have been some tequila thrown in there too, because that be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
So Sunday morning, I was not feeling well and getting ready to run it back at Jerry's house, but persevered, man. You gotta. This is one of those weekends in Chicago, man. It's St. Patrick's Day in Chicago is I always say it's a rite of passage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you cut your teeth at a Wrigleyville St. Patrick's Day, in your 20s. You do the river dyeing, you do the 8 a.m. binge drinking, the kegs and eggs, all that stuff. It's a rite of passage, man. I don't think you can truly call yourself a Chicagoan unless you have been day drinking downtown or in a relative part of the city from 8 a.m. to last man standing.
I agree.
Yeah. So I gotta tell you, so like I went Sunday night and I went and saw Adam Ray as Dr. Phil at the Dr. Phil live show. Awesome. But Sunday night, like that downtown area was like a ghost town. Like you could tell people went hard and there really wasn't too many people out roaming around or whatever. Even sitting in the show, waiting for the show to start, you could tell there was a lot of people in that crowd that went a little too hard and were hurting.
Hanging.
Yeah, they were definitely hanging.
It was such a nice day on Saturday that you couldn't help but want to go out sitting on a patio or go to your buddy's house or something and do something. I'll do an early bum of the week, the weather on Sunday, because the South Side Irish Parade got hosed. Yeah. Friday and Saturday were so awesome. So yeah, like I would want to, if I'm downtown, I want to go outside on Saturday. That Saturday was like a perfect day. And then, we got the invite to Jerry's and I look at the weather and I told Jason, I'm like, are we going to be outside? Because it's going to be bad out.
Yeah,
no, we're not. We were in his basement. So thank you to Jerry.
All right. So I found something I wanted to bring up to you guys, and we're going to do a little pop quiz. I found this study. It's from the company Wallet Hub. They're a personal finance company, but they wanted to figure out which are the most sinful states in America. So they analyzed 54 key metrics for immoral behavior, which includes like internet browsing history, violent crime, alcohol use, gambling, etc., etc. So
big red spot in Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Oh, way to fucking dox me, Peter. Thanks.
I think we all know. I don't think that's a secret.
Yeah, no. So I wanted to ask you guys, and maybe people in the comments can chime in. I want to know if you guys can guess what the top 5 most sinful states are in America.
States?
Yeah.
Top 5 sinful.
See,
let's go around the room. You go, Dougie.
I was going to say, I would normally say Nevada, but there's so much of that isn't centrally located in those two little shit areas. I'm going to go Florida.
Yeah, that was my 1-1.
Florida is number 3 on the list.
Ooh.
Okay, that was a good guess. Johnny, you go.
I feel like Nevada is like a dead giveaway, but maybe not. Because you got a bunch of tourists, so I don't know how they like,
Yeah.
they figured this one out.
There's only 50. Just pick one.
Yeah.
Arizona.
Arizona is not on the top. No.
You're doing it. No, shout out Uncle Chaps. I'm gonna go chalk 1-1. I know gambling's legal there. New York.
No.
Oh
Yep.
shit!
All
I
right,
thought that was for Jimmy.
New York comes in at number 11.
All right. Let me run this. Let me run this one back. California.
Number 2.
Damn. Good
All
call.
right.
Texas.
Number 5.
All right, here's one I'm just shooting from the hip. Louisiana.
Number 4.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So we got one
All
left.
right.
You have number 1 is still on the board.
All right.
Wow.
Illinois, Bob.
No.
Oh.
Illinois actually comes in at number 12. We're
Okay.
the 12th most sinful state.
Gotta pump up those numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got city.
Go around one more time. Johnny and then
Okay.
Peter.
I'm gonna say Pennsylvania.
No.
That was a good guess. So I was
That's
gonna
That
go.
was.
Number 8 on the list.
I
That's
know
close.
you said no to New York, but I kind of want to take the ugly stepchild and go New Jersey. So I'm going New Jersey.
No.
Oh wait,
Sorry.
New Jersey was 15. What? Go ahead, Johnny. I'll give you
We
a
got
bonus. one.
Was it-
Alabama.
was that
Mississippi.
Massachusetts?
No.
Fuck.
You guys dunk yourself. It was Nevada number 1.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah, that seems. Yeah,
It just-
like you mentioned.
You overthought it.
But I
It's
feel it's like a
Reno and
bunch of like tourists. Like it's like
Yeah.
a tourist more.
But I
like
mean,
I guess that does make sense too. Since
It's Reno and Nevada and Vegas. But yeah, maybe we did outthink
Nevada,
ourselves.
California, Florida, Louisiana, Texas are the top 5. Illinois came in at number 12. Anyone want to guess what the least sinful state is?
Utah.
Yeah, it's got to be Utah.
Utah was 47 on the list.
Oh,
Vermont.
So many motherfuckers.
48.
48.
Connecticut.
Alaska?
No,
No,
Idaho.
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 Idaho? How could you be not? How do you not sinful when you Idaho?
How they not the hole?
It's all those starchy carbs with the potatoes.
Yeah, that's,
Weighing
that's
them
good.
down.
Yeah. Rhode Island actually came in at number 31. So they were middle of the pack there.
Oh,
All right, so we're talking about Utah. You're talking about sinful states. I've seen like the TikToks of like people at BYU talking about like what's the most sinful thing you've done in college, and people are like, I drank Dr. Pepper or whatever like that. And then there's some other crazy motherfuckers saying like, oh, I shook the bed for someone. So say we're all in college and the Utah, you're doing the shit soaking. Who cares if you're doing the soaking? Would you be the wingman or wingwoman and be in the bottom bunk and shake it for somebody? Are you that loyal to somebody that you would shake it?
It's gonna have to be a real special person.
Yeah.
It
They
really is.
said
yeah, I agree.
The-
I agree.
the guy I saw said that he was the shaker for $100.
How long though? I mean, that
I mean,
shit
you
could.
got to figure they're not going long. I mean, they've never done things before.
Yeah.
2-3 shakes and they're done.
I mean,
That's
dude,
quick. That's a quick
if it's-
$100 in this
dude,
economy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, quick hundo.
No,
I mean, help
yeah,
with
maybe
that.
I'm the pro. I would shake the bed for you guys.
Well, that's
Oh,
very
thank
nice.
you. See, if
Very
you
nice,
return the
very
favor,
nice.
yeah, I'd shake the bed for you.
All right. So that was my sinful states. Let's get to some headlines. Peter, let it roll out.
All right. First headline, and this is a big one because we are predominantly getting into White Sox season. We are considered a White Sox Twitter podcast. Sean Burke was announced as the opening day starter. People were going crazy. It was a sad day for the dart heads. Davis Martin fans all over the Chicagoland area said, "Oh, what the hell, Sean Burke." So my question to you guys is, does this in the long run matter? Are you guys like big on like, oh, opening day starter, it sends a message, it's like, you set the table or anything like that, or in the long run, in a season like this season, doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't matter at all. I mean, he had 4 games end of September last year, which he pitched well, but look, all the big names, they're going to be in Birmingham, and Ian Thorpe still recovering. He's not ready yet. Jonathan Cannon, okay, little up and down action there, but no, this doesn't matter right now. I mean, in April, anyways, all the rotations get funky with all the days off. So
Extra days.
I'm not really worried about this. They'll set the lineup, and Ethan Katz will have his guys the way he wants them, and it'll be. I'm not looking too much in this. I hope he pans out though, because he was good in his limited action last year, but let's see how it translates to starter role. So.
Yeah, I you know what? I don't really have an opinion on it. The only thing that I want to say is like I feel bad for like the video that came out of him being told. Like a lot of people were shitting on it, like pretty heavy. And it's just like I do a lot of shitting on the White Sox, rightfully so, but like that's just kind of a cool moment. That's like those videos where like, somebody gets told that they're going to the show and stuff like that. You just it is what it is, man. It's an honor, for him, he's probably shown that, he's the top guy right now. And I appreciate that coming from a new head coach. What have you done for me lately? Everybody's got a clean slate and prove yourself. So I dig it.
Yeah.
Johnny?
I mean, there was not really much to pick as far as who is going to be the opening starter. So, I mean, congrats to him. I mean, to say that you're an opening day starter is a big deal to me, regardless of, whatever team it is, that's an honor. Obviously, being on the White Sox pitching staff, might not be so much of an honor, but overall, I think it's, with the Sox did all, with the video and all that, I thought that was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, congrats. Hopefully he does well this season.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway was like last year, everyone made a big stink about Garrett Crochet, and we did too. We laughed about it, and we said that he was going to be, done pitching by the time we get in from Whiskey at Comiskey. And he shut us up, and he had a great year. He had a year that I didn't expect. So maybe Sean Burke has the same year.
That's a good point.
So yeah,
that's a good point.
It's like I was ready. We were joking all about Crochet. So hopefully hopefully everyone's wrong again.
Yeah. So 4 games last year, 19 innings pitched, 1.42 ERA, and a 1 whip, so 1.0 whip. So I mean, obviously they like Katz and Venerable see something in him.
He has a stuff. When he's on, he's on. He can be a guy. The problem with Sean Burke is like he just can't locate it half the time. So
Yeah.
we're in for an awesome outing, or it might be 10-0 by the time we walk in from Whiskey at Comiskey. So now I repeat myself like yesterday.
Yep.
All right. Next Sox headline. We had 3 of them. This is the second of the 3. It was a press release today. They made 11 moves prior to the game today. The main thing going around was that like Dominic Fletcher was optioned, and then Kyle Teal was and Edgar Quero, I guess.
Yeah.
But people were going up in arms about Kyle Teal not making the opening day roster. This comes from last week when we didn't talk about Colton Montgomery not making the opening day roster, even though he had every option to actually win out that job. But again, in the long run, Kyle Teal not being there opening day, does it matter? Does it make you mad? Is it a smart thing? Are they doing the Chris Bryant route and keeping them?
That's what I'm 100% thinking. It's going to be end of April call up, May call up, whatever. Because let's see how Teal and Quero fare in their limited time in the AAA. If they hit good, call them up right. They're the future catchers. Nothing against Corey Lee, but these are the guys. These are who you traded. These are you put a lot of chips in Kyle Teal. So let's keep him on the team as long as you can. If he pans out, good. I like it.
Yeah, you don't want to rush these guys. I mean,
Right.
I think that's one of the reasons why maybe Andrew Vaughn hasn't been working out. I don't know if that was the case. Maybe he's just not that good. But it could be either or. But yeah, you just no need to rush these guys. We're not predicting that we're gonna be like the top team in the AL Central or anywhere for that matter. We're just in development. We're in rebuild mode. I mean, just if they need that practice down there in AAA or AA or wherever they are, just get better. So when you do come up to the big leagues, that you'll be ready. And it'll be a lot better transition than what it has been in the past for a lot of these other prospects who came up a little bit too early on from the minor leagues.
Did you guys see that Andrew Vaughn got sent down today?
His height.
Yeah, he got sent down from 6 foot to 5'11".
They changed it.
They changed
Wait,
it.
hold on.
He's not
time
6 foot
out.
no more.
How did we not lead with this story? That would have been the breaking news of the podcast. I would have changed the entire outline of the show.
You got to get the joke in there. You
He's
They-
officially listed at 5'10", 215 on MLB.com.
Hell yeah. You ain't
Yeah.
fooling anybody. You weren't fooling anybody for the better part of 3 seasons.
The-
That's
The
hilarious.
charade is over, right? So
He's a 5'10" king. Same way he says.
all I hope is that like MLB like saw all these tweets from White Sox Twitter and we're like, we got to stage an investigation on this shit, you know?
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
But yeah.
so-
Go ahead, Peter.
The main thing about Kyle Teal was like, of the limited amount of baseball I've seen this spring, one because of CHSN and two just because of time. You're not watching that much spring training, but I've tried to watch as many games as they have aired. They just haven't aired that many. Kyle Teal looks awesome. When he said he had like an opening quote when they interviewed him when he got signed, talking about he was speedy for a catcher and he wants to be a menace on the base paths. And I didn't believe him. I'm like, all right, how fast can he really be? That dude can move. So eventually, not only the batting and obviously you hope he's an awesome defensive catcher, but he could be a menace when he's out there. So I think he's the one I'm eyeing as like he's really going to be a piece. But it's credit to Corey Lee, right? Corey Lee's having a good spring, and he's a professional catcher, and he's the starting catcher for the White Sox now. Like everyone expected all these other guys to take his spot, but Corey Lee's he earned it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, he was hitting 500 like 357 in March. So I mean, 400 on base. So I mean, I like it. Good. We need a catcher, right? Every single catcher we've had since AJ has been dog shit, right?
Fart noises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
I don't
right,
know, maybe the last we see of Dominic Fletcher, but if it is, then I'll just give him a parting.
Give him one last. Give him one
One
last one
last.
of these. He's gonna be, there's gonna be some injury. He's gonna be up. He'll be the defensive outfielder again. He'll be back. Maybe not. Who knows? All right, last Sox headline, and this is something more of a tease, more of a rumor mill, if you will. The MLB announced the 6 or 8 teams that are getting new City Connect uniforms, and the White Sox are one of them. The South Side, the beloved South Side uniforms are getting revamped, and immediately the rumor mill started. Nick Morowski was the first guy I saw with this image of the Black Sox jersey. Now this is just rumors, right? And then yesterday, White Sox Twitter went crazy with just 2 renderings of, I don't think they're the actual jerseys, but it would be cool. My question to you guys are, what are you looking for in a new City Connect now that we think maybe the South Side ones are donezo?
I mean, I really like the South Side ones.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, those were badass. So, yeah, I mean, going back to your first image, Peter, I feel like if they just ripped off the 83s and made it black,
Right.
if it just come on, like put a little more thought into it for a City Connect.
Yeah.
That just looks like just like an 83 alternate.
Mhm.
Right.
No, they don't. That honestly looks like a giveaway. That's what it reminds me of. It just looks like looks like a giveaway. Not to be to cut you off, Jason, but the South Side one, it took me a while to like really come around for that particular jersey. And now I like it. I think it's probably one of the slickest ones out there for the City Connect. These other renderings that you put out there with the pinwheels, that blue kind of reminds me of like Cubbish type of colors, like the old school what was it, like 60
The powder blues, yeah.
The powder blues, yeah.
I never liked the powder blue Sox uniforms.
No.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I was never a fan. The black pinwheels one, I don't mind all that much. The only issue I have with the font is that it reminds me of like the Guardians font. So maybe if you change the font, I would like a pinwheels uniform. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, out of the three that I saw, I was like, Timu. That's exactly what I was.
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah, no, yeah,
You know, like,
100%.
That's what they look like. I think that they could have done something really simple that would have like kicked ass. Like keep the same south side and just change the color scheme on it. Change it up. Instead of being all black, go, white with, black pinstripes, or even go road gray. I think road gray would go fucking hard.
Road gray south side would fucking rock. That's a great idea. Send it to Rob Manfred or Nike or somebody, Dougie. Get on
I
it.
will.
Okay, what if it's a white sock, but it's got a cast on it, and then it's holding a crutch?
You son of a bitch. That's the old regime.
Are we sure about that? Because there's been a few injuries already that seem a little like we're going down the road again.
We shipped them off.
They're all arm injuries now. They're one toe injury, which is suspect, and then the rest of them are arm injuries. So maybe
what happened last time one of our star players had a toe injury.
Yeah. Dude, I was laughing. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet from Sox Mom 72. Dude, I was laughing my ass off. She started talking, I guess, about soft tissue injuries with the White Sox, and all of a sudden, like something went on her thing, and you know how like they use like your word association, and now she's getting all these like soft tissue boner injuries on her thing. You guys got to go look at it. It's fucking hilarious. I was dying, and it says White Sox underneath it, so it made it even better.
Oh man! All right. And what else headline you got, Peter?
All right, so this went viral this weekend. There was a Disturbed concert at the United Center, and their pyro was a little too hot. It burned the Bulls championship banners. So the rest of the banners for the Bulls will not be at the United Center for the rest of the basketball season. They said that they'll be back hopefully this summer. Your thoughts on Disturbed burning the banners?
Aren't they from Chicago?
I was gonna. Well,
the lead singer is from Chicago. I don't know about the rest of the band.
I was gonna say, are they all Detroit Pistons fans?
Yeah. Is this a purpose?
It seems that. So when I heard about this, I was like, I seriously couldn't believe it because, I mean, it just seems like gross incompetence. Like I saw a poll. I forgot who did it, but it was like, who do you blame for this? Do you blame Disturbed? Do you blame Jerry, or do you blame the United Center, or all of the above? I have to feel like it has to be more on United Center. Jerry doesn't know what the hell's going on, and I don't think he cares about the events that are in his stadium that's not the Bulls. But I'm going to say this is grossly on the United Center for not actually like doing a rundown or doing a test or something and saying like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this.
All right, so I've got the video pulled up of what it looked like at the Disturbed concert. So maybe this changes your mind.
I mean, it doesn't to the extent because number one, like they probably are doing that set in some stadiums that are probably bigger. Mm-hmm. Number two, again, we have fire marshals, right? They have to get permits. They have to go through the code. So you're telling me that not one person like failed this check and balance and say during rehearsal, during a pyrotechnic test that, yeah, this could be a fucking, death trap if fucking banners start going on fire. I mean, that's got to be more on the city and the United Center for that as opposed to Disturb.
Yeah, who was the fire marshal? Fire Marshal Bill?
That guy was
Again,
a
like
legend.
also that Disturbed song, love it.
Yeah,
It's one of
That's my favorite
favorites.
one.
Hey,
That's
Yeah,
my
that
favorite
was my
one.
favorite.
Yeah.
That was my favorite
real
one.
real deep cut. Side
Yes.
B
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Dougie,
No, you know what?
you're at
My
the United
thoughts-
Center more than all of us.
Yeah. Obviously, if you look at the video, and I watched a bunch of different ones just because I wanted to see Jerry lose money, it didn't get that high. So obviously, it was a heat thing. So they must have fumbled the ball on that, like totally, like not testing stuff. I mean, I know they test all the pyro beforehand. They must have just not gone full bore, because they toasted that bitch.
I didn't think Disturbed. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know like 3 Disturbed songs. I'm not a fan by any means.
Sure.
I just didn't expect them to go that hard. I know our guy Chris McGowan. He
Yeah,
goes
they
to
do.
a bunch of shows, and he said he's like, at this point, he said Disturbed there's his new Slayer, not in terms of music, but in
Mhm.
terms of just set production and stuff like that. I'm like, holy shit! I didn't know this about Disturbed.
Slayer.
Yeah, they're.
I know
they're
that's what I
legit.
said.
The only band that I've ever seen, the craziest band with pyro, Rammstein. Rammstein,
Yeah, but they
100
play
sorry.
football fields.
they do. They played the Allstate Arena last time I
Oh,
saw them.
shit.
Yeah. So I will tell you this: if you ever get a chance to go to a Rammstein show, keep in mind you're not gonna know 90% of what you're hearing, but the flames and everything else, the flames and the pyrotechnics, hands down worth the money.
I'm sorry,
Jason.
Dougie. I was trying to listen to what you were saying, but we had a Rammstein.
You triggered me
fan
with
affair.
dude. I had to
Yeah.
just start going.
Speaking of DMCA,
Mitch.
nah, I'm just kidding. That was good.
Du
That was
hast
good.
Mitch.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I thought you didn't like karaoke. All of a sudden, you play a little bit of Rammstein. He's all up in it. That was awesome.
Although that or
Yeah,
Whitney
no.
Houston will get him going on a karaoke.
Yeah, the dichotomy of HBIC. He's a
Yeah.
cornucopia. He's a Renaissance man. A little bit of Whitney
Yes.
Houston gets him going, and then some Rammstein. All right, next
There's
headline.
there's levels to this shit, man.
I appreciate that. Next headline, we're keeping in the St. Patrick's Day theme. It was St. Patrick's Day, obviously all throughout Chicagoland. I saw this a million different places, but Borgs have gotten out of hand. We are too old for Borgs. We don't even, I don't think half of us knew what Borgs were until, I explained it to them. But it's basically the youths, if you will.
The Utes.
They fill up a gallon with some, Crystal Light or some water or some juice and some booze or some vodka, and they go ham walking around college campuses and now the city of Chicago. So while this is a problem because of littering and everything else, my question to you guys were, if we were to have Borgs at Whiskey at Comiskey, bring your own Borg, if you will, what are you filling it up with is my question. Because what are you drinking a gallon of booze-wise?
It's gotta be light proof, right? So you can't go bourbon or you're gonna die.
Right.
So I think it's gotta be some tequila, and then maybe just like a splash of like Hawaiian punch, just to round it out.
Tequila. That's too much sugar, though. We're too old for Hawaiian punch, Jason.
I'm not saying I'm saying you have to do a Polish style, right? So you fill it up mostly with tequila, and then you add
water it down real
yeah,
quick.
you add just a couple, maybe like a quarter cup at the top, just to get it balanced. So
See, this is where you have to come in, and nowadays they do a lot of zero sugar with stuff. So I would do what I would do is I am a big fan of vodka, so I would do the zero sugar lemonade and put a little vodka in there, and then there you go.
Okay, what are we talking about? Country time lemonade, a little pink lemonade? What do you think?
Whatever they have is zero sugar. I would go with. So they got Minute Maid once. I'd probably go with Minute Maid. Or Simply Pure or Simply Light.
Yeah, the Simply, the Simply juices. Yeah.
Yeah. So let
I
that in I can't think of the Kettle One. I'm sorry.
I want to call bullshit on Mailman Jack. He says he'll fill his Borg up with iced coffee and Baileys, and this is the exact same reason why Beef Loaf won't let you let him shit in his house. You'd be pooping all day, Mailman Jack. No chance. No chance you're drinking a Borg of that. Or Chata and rum, same thing. Joey P, you're skinny, you're in good shape, but you'd be pooping all day with horchata and rum. No dice. Dougie, what do you got?
I think it's just the easy and obvious choice. It's something that like I could drink like 1,000 of, especially on a hot day. Transfusion.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a fantastic. I didn't even think of that. I love a transfusion. I love a tequila transfusion or vodka.
Yeah.
But that one would go down easy. I think I could do a gallon of that. My answer was going to be a ranch water. Just tequila, some Topo Chico, and a little bit of lime and a little bit of salt for the electrolytes. I think I could have a gallon of ranch water just because it's just tequila and Topo Chico. It's seltzer water. So I would mess with that. Should we do Borgs? Should we do a Borg?
We might have to have a Borg off.
Borg off?
Like a blind taste test Borg off. Who makes the best Borg? So you mentioned, Peter, that a lot of you were using the Crystal Light, and my brain immediately went back in time, and I wonder if they're all aware of the old school Crystal Light sponsored dance aerobics contests. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know about this.
No. Oh my God. All right. You got to end of the show. Crystal Light aerobics, and the first like 10 minutes is just pure fucking gold of all like the like synchronized aerobic guys like just working out and dancing and then doing their quaz dances and shit, and it's like a synchronized aerobic competition. Right, so Crystal Light Aerobics. You look it up. It's like Alan Thicke is like the host of it. It's fucking amazing, man. Like
I don't know what it is about this weekend and Guinness and Irish car bombs and everything else you've had. You are on one tonight, baby. I like this Jason. He is on. He's cranked up to 11.
Yeah, Crystal 1986, 1987 Crystal Light Aerobics. It's worth a good chuck.
Okay.
All right, Johnny's having technical difficulties. He will be back. So
next.
All right, we got one last headline, right, Peter?
We got two, but this is just a quick update from last headline last week when we talked about the Anaheim Angels Anals hat and then the Tetas hat from Texas. These got, as soon as we talked about them on the BumCast on Monday, on Tuesday morning, they were pulled from the MLB store. Now, I'm not taking credit for it because we were making fun of them, but it's unfortunate that you're not able to find a Tetas hat anymore. But they're going on eBay for damn near $1,000. This my question, Jay or Dougie. I was gonna say, like, you talked about the Cheeto that sold for all this money. This is another one of these, like, hindsight. We saw the hat. I knew it was funny. I talked to Jose about it, kick flips and thrifts. I should just pull the trigger and bought a couple of them.
Right. See, and now I wonder where like the cutoff was. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say they yank it Tuesday morning. Do they sell out?
I yank it.
do they stop it right there? Or and ship what they got, or you think they were refunding people? Have we heard anything?
No, so I know the ones that you bought before they were pulled, they got shipped because people were making videos of them getting them in the mail like it was Christmas. Yeah, they're doing unboxings. And then people and stores that had them, obviously it's more in the Texas market. I know there were some stores that didn't pull them, and there was a video of like people lined up in the store like they were a pair of Jordans, but they were all going to get the Tetas hat before it sold out.
That's amazing.
Yeah. All right, that was our last headline, Jason.
Okay. All right. So that's headlines. So before we move on, we got to pay a quick ad from our sponsor, Windy City Sports Cards. Elite Icons is your #1 source for quality and affordable jersey framing. You can trust their products and services to be genuine and of the highest quality. backed by their extensive industry experience. They offer custom jersey framing at the most competitive prices in the nation. Additionally, they host several public and private signings each year, featuring your favorite players. Regardless of the sport or project type, they can frame it. So visit them at eliteicons.biz or call them at 630-863-0647. Time for some tweet police. And this is the Dan Bernstein edition, who almost made it to our worst sportscaster, like our worst Chicago sports media personality, King of the Hill battle last week. He almost ran the table. Hubarkish knocked him out, and then Jay Mariotti ended up winning it. And he must have watched the show, because the very next day he went on a fucking just insane tweet storm. So Peter, take it away.
All right, so Dan Bernstein, local radio, everyone knows Bernstein. He posts a tweet catching a fish. He's a noted fisherman. He loves taking pictures outdoors for nobody to care. And he posts it and he says, "This is a hell of a fight." And immediately there's some people congratulating him, idiots. And then there's other guys talking trash because he has a lot of trolls out there. And the main one was Greg Messenger that says, "LOL, that isn't a walleye. That's a female northern pike that was getting ready to spawn. But instead, Dan killed it and seems proud of it." Immediately, Dan Bernstein says, "What the fuck is wrong with you? That was released successfully. Took off like a torpedo. Go fuck yourself." And then Greg goes back and says, "With that dried blood on the gills, sure did, Dan. Liar." So let's take round one. This is going to be like a 3-round fight. Round one. Obviously, Dan takes his fishing seriously. Was it all right to clap back at Greg for at least this start of it?
I mean, he can clap back. I mean, there's nothing that says he can't, but he didn't even bother to, ease into it. He just went full bore, fucking full asshole right away.
Yeah. It's okay to clap back at it, but I do believe, because I do a little bit of fishing myself, that is dried blood, and I do believe that thing is dead.
Yes, I like that we have a forensic evidence in our crew. That's what we need as a tweet police. Appreciate you, Dougie.
Yeah, I've caught northern pike, and they are a bitch to especially get your lure out and everything like that. And it is a time constraint, because once it's out for so long, that's it. And I'm pretty sure that's dead.
I don't know dick about fish, but in the replies to these tweets, there was a lot of people saying that this was in fact a northern pike. So I don't know if Bernstein was. Go ahead, Jay.
It is a northern pike. The Google machine has confirmed that it is a northern pike. Walleyes look nothing like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bernstein was wrong from the beginning. That's something I did not know. This helps the case, Jason.
Yeah, and it is their spawning season as well.
Good to know. All right, let's go to the second slide where Bernstein and Greg continue this. It says, "Like a shot, I never respond to trolls, but questioning my sportsmanship and conservation awareness sets me off. Want to fight? I'm a bad enemy, motherfucker." So let's start there. Take that tweet for what it is. Bernstein, you can troll him all you want. You can't call him Bernstein.
Yeah.
But don't ever question his sportsmanship and conservation awareness.
I mean, I guess everybody's got that trigger. I mean, I know there's certain things that I get super aggressive with when, if someone comes at me on the wrong topic. But again, public forum, media personality, maybe dial it down a bit.
And a little bit of a history.
And a history. Because he went, like I said, he went fucking right to 100, and then he just kept on foot on the gas. So it gets worse.
Yeah. So I believe at this point, he's caught and he's pissed. So now he's like, "Oh shit, this is dead. This is a female. Not a good look. I'm fucked. I'm just gonna double down and be a double asshole."
Probably smart. Or good
Greg,
take, I should say.
Greg claps back, and now you want to call him a troll. This is a troll comment, but when you're in a fight, all things are considered. He said, you are 5'7", 165 pounds, fat boy. You really worry me as a bad enemy. By the way, your language continues to give you away as a very base juvenile person. Where are you at? Bernstein says, I have your address and phone numbers. Want it all public? ? Do I worry you yet? So now Bernstein's threatening to dox people.
How do they know each other?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, are they supposed to be friends? Are they former
No.
coworkers? You know, like.
Not one bit. I'm very transparent on where I live. And then Bernstein comes over the top. You want your kids involved? ? Up to you. Which at this point is where the internet, being the internet, piled on old Dan Bernstein, and rightfully so. Because there's no reason that a fish discussion all of a sudden turns into you want to get your kids doxxed and stuff like that.
Yeah, fuck him. You know what?
There you go, Dougie.
Honestly, here's the thing. I'm almost glad that this came out the day after our pool, because if it came out the day of our pool or the day before our pool, that bit would have been fucking shit, because all we would have said is Bernstein. And I mean, now it's just like we can't even run that back again because he's just a fucking asshole. He's always going to be an asshole. Why 670 The Score continues to like let him off on a leash and just let him do shit like that? That just shows that their company's shit. It's a wild card out there. He's going to do something stupid eventually, because when you get away with shit like this and you continually to get away with shit, you're just going to keep pushing it to the next level next time until something actually does happen, and it's going to be really stupid. And it's probably going to be him fucking getting his ass beat, and that'll be a victim.
Was it the Score's decision to have him off for a week, or was it he's taking off for a week?
Very suspicious.
I was about to say, after all this came out, everyone was expecting Dan Bernstein. I mean, I'm sure ratings were going to go through the roof, but always, maybe a slap on the wrist, maybe a convenient scheduled week off, but he has this week off of radio. And just like the Eddie Barstool thing, my guess is it's never going to get addressed publicly, because they have a history of, the Score has a history of just hiding this stuff or giving them a slap on the wrist. Same thing. I mean, this happened all the time with like Dan McNeil at ESPN 1000 or Mike North or something like that. They say something, they do something stupid, and because they generate all this revenue for the company, they give them a slap on the wrist. They say, I'm sorry, whether it's publicly or privately, and then they go about their day. But at this point, Dan Bernstein, like I said, he's an institution in Chicago, whether you like it or not, in Chicago radio. But at this point, you have to figure the majority of the general public is fed up with the bullshit. I don't know how many times the Score has to keep going to bat for him. Eventually, it's like, enough's enough, dude, right? Enough. There's enough there to where it's like, the juice is not worth the squeeze. And I think we're getting to that point.
He's got to go. 100%. It's past his time. It's old man. I mean, I think he's even more cranky than me sometimes when I'm online. So, yeah, we'll see. You're right, Peter, though. It's never going to get addressed. It's going to be swept under the rug, just like the whole Eddie Barstool thing was. So he'll do something stupid again, and hopefully he'll have enough strikes where they eventually replace him. So,
yeah, you understand, as much as Dan McNeil has done and the Score gave him a leash, it's uncommon for the Score to do this with Bernstein or any big radio station.
Yeah. All right, Doug. Before we got some cocks to rate, we got to talk about some tailgating real quick.
Yeah.
Because we got a new sponsor for our tailgate. We announced it last week. It was Firewater Barbecue. They are going to be officially providing food for us, and after talking with them for a week, we got the official menu announced. So here we go. We're going to have some smoked pulled pork, some cheddar jalapeno brats, slow smoked chicken quarters, smoked mac and cheese, creamy slaw, and more. Man, that's a hell of a menu right there, guys.
Yeah, we're going to be...
I'm all in. I mean, I was all in from Jump Street, but when they sent the menu over on the email, I said, holy cow, everyone's going to be eating good. Between the pulled pork, the jalapeno brats, And what I got excited for the slow smoke. Oh, that's a wordful.
See?
Slow
See?
chicken
Tongue
quarters.
twister over there.
It is the chicken quarters. I'm down for that. So I didn't add it to the graphic, but they mentioned in the email they're going to be providing like bread and all the fixins for you to be able to make these into sandwiches and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait. All I'm going to say is don't sleep on the cheddar jalapeno brats.
I will not be sleeping on them, Dougie. No chance.
Yeah.
It'd be a very gassy section come when it's game time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So before we start getting to some my hee-hoos, we're just gonna play a quick ad from Firewater for the Firewater Barbecue is a proud sponsor of Whiskey at Comiskey. Check out their March specials. They are Southside strong, White Sox ready. The Shirish Samley is a Southside home run. Firewater's slow smoked pastrami, wet rubbed, dry rubbed, and smoked to perfection. Topped with melted Gouda on a fresh baked pretzel bun, served with Georgia mustard and a side of kraut. A true Southside classic. And their March Madness meat platter is for the true Southside fan. A championship-worthy platter featuring ribs, brisket, pulled pork, and smoked sausage with 2 sides and cornbread. Just like the White Sox, this platter is built for champions and perfect for game day with friends. Firewater is open 7 days a week, serving award-winning barbecue from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 4 great locations: Crest Hill, Elmhurst, downtown Geneva, and Elsip. Stop in and tell them the bum sent you. All right, quick super chat. Julie, cheers, baloney time.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you to Julie. Love you, Julie. I mean, she did a lot of work today. I was either indisposed, taking the kids to school, taking my dad to the airport, this stuff. She was retweeting and quote tweeting and firing off a storm. So it took a team effort. Not only Julie, but all of you guys.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, Dougie, we got it's back. We love it. Rate My Cock. It's the Dougie Vegas edition.
Yes, sir.
So take it away, my friend. And remember, for those who are just joining us for this segment, Dougie's going to explain his fancy drinks that he was drinking, and we're going to rate it based off of full chub, half chub, no chub. So,
all right, I've got all my notes down. Let's see how they go in order. Okay, that one. All right, so this guy was okay, cool. This guy was called the Gonzalez.
Oh, hello. No chub. This is going to be weird for you now.
The Gonzalez. This is Don Julio Reposado, sriracha infused agave, and grapefruit puree.
Ooh, the Gonzalez. We might have to steal this cocktail, Jason. Name one after Johnny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a half chub on this, because I'm just the grapefruit. I'm not like overly big on grapefruit juice. It could be super powering sometime, or if it's even the puree. So it's half chub with the asterisk. Could be full if depending on the grapefruit.
Yeah. I'm going 3/4 chub because I think the sriracha infusion with the grapefruit is a little bit of the spicy and then tart. I think that could marry well together. And I'm not that much of a fan of mezcal. Sometimes they can be too smoky, but in the right scenario, like a cocktail like this, I might like it. So I have high hopes for it. I hope you don't let me down, Dougie. I'm going 3/4 chub. Now let's go to the namesake, Johnny Gonzalez.
I'm not a big mezcal fan at all. I don't know what it is about it. I tried it a couple times, just can't do it. So I'm gonna go no chub on this. As much as it does look like a very a tasty beverage right there. It's just mezcal's not for me.
This was a this was a 3/4 chub. Okay, it was exactly how Peter described it. All the flavors were fighting each other, and as far as the grapefruit goes, Jason, it was just subtle enough to let you know that it was there without the tartness. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
I like that.
Lights out. Yeah.
All right, before we get to the next drink, we're getting a $4.99 super chat from Jerry O'Sullivan. Happy St. Patrick's.
Thank you, Jer. Appreciate you.
Jer. I learned something this weekend. It's St. Patty's Day, Paddys.
Yes,
do not
TT is Patricia.
Yeah, I went to St. Patricia Catholic School. So
That's how I say it.
Patricia. No, it's Patty's with the DDYS. We learned something this weekend.
Tonight,
DDYS.
I am
Yes,
drinking-
that's how I say
I am
it.
drinking a Saint Modelo
Ooh, there you go.
Wow.
There you go.
limited edition.
All right, next one, Dougie.
All right,
Is this
so
coffee?
huh? This has no name. The bartender was trying out something new. This was on the order of kind of like an espresso martini shot. So that's
But they gave it to you in that kind of glass?
because I was tipping pretty well and it went
Alright.
ugly fast. So I wish
Alright.
I could describe it to you, but it had nothing.
Just a little bit of a movement. Only because I like espresso martinis.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. But when I start drinking espresso martinis, I want to house them. I don't want a shot. I want like 4 or 5 of them until my heart
Right.
really hurts, like jumping out of my chest. So a shot. If I'm gonna take shots, I'd rather take a bunch of different shots before I get to espresso martini shots.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I do
I'm
like
exactly
the
the
idea,
same.
but yeah.
No, I'm not doing a shot of coffee. Give me the full thing. No chub on that.
Yeah, I'm not a big
you don't
coffee
like
person.
coffee.
Yeah, I don't like coffee, so I'm
Yeah.
no trouble.
Yeah. So Peter, the best way I could describe it, I know you're a fan of it. It was like the Starbucks Nitro.
The
cold
nitro
brew.
cold brews.
Yep. And so this was the last thing that they gave me as I was leaving. Yes. And it was the weirdest, fluffiest espresso. I just told her, I'm like, you got to put it on the menu. I'm like, it would be perfect for like the after dinner cocktail area. Lights out.
I
100%.
didn't think of that. I do like an after dinner drink every so often. If I'm having dessert with Julie or something like that, you need an after dinner drink. There, you kind of sold me on that now.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
We got 999 from Yumper. Salud, Yumper.
Salute.
Cheers.
Love you, dude. Ooh, fancy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Yes. This one. Sorry, I'm trying to go through the thing. Okay. This one was a frozen lemon drop shot. This is Belvedere lemon infused basil with just a little bit of lemon juice.
Oh man, you had me until you had to make it frozen. I don't like frozen drinks.
Okay.
So that's no chub on me. If I saw that, there's no. Even though I love everything that's in there,
Yeah.
the frozen kills it for me.
Okay.
Nah, it was 3 strikes for me: the frozen, the basil, and the lemon. Like as much as I do like a lime drink or like a grapefruit drink, for some reason lemon drinks just never hit for me. So I'm gonna pass on this completely no chub.
I'm gonna go full chub on this one. I do like what's in here, so I'm gonna go full chub.
This was really good. This was a full chub. We had a hot day out in Vegas, and this thing was refreshing. This is the first drink that I had when I got down there. That thing hit. Between the basil and the lemon complementing each other, and the frozen, it was perfect. It was like I don't want to say it was like full on slushy. It's kind of more like a really light frozen.
So that's like another thing too. Like I'm not gonna just drink this just to drink this. It has to be like a certain like if it's a hot day or something like that, I'll go and like drink something like this. I won't be drinking this like all the time, but whatever what you did describe in there, I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, I'm actually glad it was really good.
The one problem, it sounds great, Dougie, the way you described it. The one problem about going to Vegas on a hot day is I need the full yardstick that like you hang from your necklace. This little bitty thing is gonna do me no good. I need the big motherfucker that's from like my neck down to my toes.
Yeah, full guitar.
You're like a little big kid. You need the like those contraptions like one of those hockey sticks or something like that.
Yeah. When I'm in Vegas, I get all the gimmicky stuff. That's the only time I
the gimmicks,
do that stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks about this too, now that I'm looking at it, no straw means as soon as you take a drink, the ice is gonna go all over your face.
It was pretty controlled, but yeah, I mean a straw probably would have been nice, yeah.
All right, we got a $10 super chat from Dom. He said, or actually, Nostrovia. I knew I was gonna mess that up. Salute. Thank you, Dom.
Thanks, Tom.
And then
I think it's his birthday today.
is his birthday? Happy
Yeah, it
birthday!
is.
Yeah, I think it's his
Yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
For you.
Let's go.
Birthday.
You know
Yeah.
what? Birthday shots for Dom. He's
I
been a
ran out
long
of
time
alcohol
supporter
here,
of the
so
Bums.
I
I
finished the rest of my beer.
I got you. A little birthday shot for Dom. He's been a long time supporter of the Bums. All right, let's get to the next one.
All right. So now this one's gonna kind of mess with you a little bit. This was called the Barry's Old Fashioned. Would you guys like to know what's in it ahead of time?
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
can't rate it, and I can't
Okay.
get
All right,
hard if
all
you
right.
don't tell me.
You gotta
Bullet
tease
rye,
us a little.
bullet rye, Chinese 5-spice syrup, and then it has chocolate cherry bark vanilla bitters.
It has piqued my interest. I'm gonna give that a full chub. I would definitely try with the Chinese 5-spice.
Half for me. I'm not a big bullet guy. I've never been a bullet rye or bullet bourbon guy.
Yeah.
But then again, there's never been an old fashioned I didn't mind. At least there's some that are better than others, but at least for me, the bottom is at least a half chub.
I'll say a half chub. I don't mind bullet at all. And like I'll mention, how Peter mentioned, I don't think there's like, I haven't had that many old fashions like you guys, but like the ones I have tried, I never had an issue with it. But yeah, I want to say half chub on this one.
Okay. This was full chub. This was full chub. This thing tasted like a almost like a spicy chocolate covered cherry.
Ooh.
Okay.
It hit. It had so many elements to it. Every sip I felt was just a new adventure, and it was awesome. I ordered 2 of those things.
That's when you know that's when you know it's good, when you want to go back instead of writing down the menu.
Yep. And then I realized we had a show to put on, so I had to start going back to.
Oh, did you do that for us? You just got who you crapping? Now I'm stealing Bernstein's gimmick or whatever. Who you crapping, Dougie?
Hey man, he might come after you with his
phrases.
You never know.
All right, Dougie, before you explain this drink, we got Vino. He says, looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Vino, you're the best.
Looking forward to seeing you too, my man.
Thanks, Vino.
All right, what do we got, Dougie?
All right. So this one's going to be a little bit of looks deceiving type thing. And I need a little background knowledge on this because this one threw me for a little bit of a loop here.
Okay.
This one is called the Big Hurt.
I'm out.
We know big. You heard Big Hurt beer and you're out.
I'm out.
He's got you traumatized.
Yeah.
He's been traumatized with the beer from Frank Thomas.
Wow.
So
All right, let's give it a shot. What do you got?
The question that I have to ask you guys is, does he have his own vodka company?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Because even going to look at the menu, okay, it's FT35 peach vodka.
Oh, so you're thinking
So
it's
that
Frank Thomas vodka?
That I mean, it's named the Big Hurt. It just said FT35 peach vodka. I mean,
Yeah, it is. He has a vodka brand called FT35.
Wow.
So
I didn't know that.
this.
I just
did not know
googled it.
that.
So yeah.
neither did I. And I was like, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I saw it on the menu. I was like starting to get there, and I was like, oh it says Big Hurt. I'm like, it'll be perfect for this show. And then I go back and I started looking at it, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, I'm pretty sure this says Frank Thomas 35 vodka.
No shit. I mean, my comment was gonna be every celebrity has a vodka nowadays. Like celebrity vodkas are the easiest thing to do. You just literally stick your name on like the exact same vodka for 100 different places, and it's not that big of a deal.
I like
There you
the
go.
bottle.
Yeah, that's like a nice bottle. I guess I'll tell you this much: it's much better than the bottle for Scottie Pippen's bourbon, the Digits bottle. all time worst bottle of booze. Scottie Pippen, you bum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna tell you the rest of the ingredients.
Yep.
So it was peach vodka, peach puree with lemon juice, and then the outside rim is a spicy habanero salt.
Oh shit! You sold me on that. Full chub.
I want to like it so bad, man. I want to, but anything Frank Thomas alcohol related, I'm out.
This guy has PTSD on everything.
He's got a bad reputation with the booze, but it sounds great, Dougie. It looks great too. The presentation looks great.
Sounds great, but
I'll say half chub.
No, swap it out. Give me like Belvedere or something like that. Grey Goose, full chub.
Johnny?
So yeah,
I said half chub. I said half chub.
Okay.
Yeah. This was a full chub. And then afterwards, I had to ask them for just a little nimble of the peach vodka. That shit was pretty good too. That thing would hit.
Shit.
That thing would hit with some lemonade. Summertime, a little peach lemonade.
All right. So here's our pitch to Frank Thomas: vodka at Comiskey in the dead summer of July. Hit us up. We won't mind.
Hell yeah.
Southside Mofo says,
After
I love
Dougie's cock.
We all do,
Juice.
Southside Mofo.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, after we started saying shit about his beer,
Yeah,
beer was-
right.
The
We'll
beer
cut
was
that out.
undrinkable.
we'll cut that out and we'll try to
We'll
get the-
clip it to where it sounds
Yeah.
good. But the
Yeah.
beer was
He's not going to be
undrinkable.
listening to this.
I will not. Jason, don't apologize for the beer take because that thing was brutal.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
was.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh.
All right, so I have to preference this. This was actually on Fremont Street, so no glasses allowed.
Yeah.
So
Plastic.
This,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
no plastic. So
I love Fremont, by the way.
oh yeah, same thing. So let me pull this. This one was on a different menu.
It's
So
like a michelada.
I was gonna say like a mangoñada.
so this bad boy was called Money in the Bank. Okay, Money in the Bank. It was Patron tequila, spicy pineapple, lemon, and a drizzle of Mike's hot honey with Tahian.
Oh shit! All right, you sold me on
Oh, and-
everything except for the Patron because
Okay, yeah, right.
of all the tequilas you could be. No, you know what? Listen to watch the Tequila Bums every Thursday. We'll explain why Patron is not great, but everything else sounds good. So if you substitute that, I'm going 3/4 chub, almost full
Yes.
chub.
Yeah, I'll go
So-
3/4.
So I did check. It was the new Patron that everybody's talking about.
Oh, the
With-
additive
with-
free
with
Patron.
Additive free Patron. Yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
better,
Yep.
better.
So- Also, that dollar bill is edible.
What?
But not that it matters.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it does matter. I'm a fat guy,
Yeah.
dude. I would eat that.
yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like
Culture.
like one of those sugar wafer things.
Is-
Oh, cool.
Wow.
I like
Let's
that.
try it.
All right.
Three-quarters
Destroyable
chub
as
for me.
well,
What'd you say, Jay?
3/4 chub for sure. I tried it. Like I said, it looks
Yeah.
looks like a Mitchie to me, so I'm in.
Yeah,
I'll
I
say
changed it to full.
full chub.
Yeah, it was full chub. That thing was like spicy sweet. You know, I gotta tell you, dude,
Man.
when I was in Vegas, I was hitting fucking money drinks all over. Yeah, this thing hit on every level. Just the perfect amount of heat and sweet, and just the levels of it were fucking great. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked fantastic, even with the plastic cup, which I
Yeah.
don't mind. Party cup. All right, what do we got? 1 or 2 left. Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
In.
Oh,
Sign me
yeah.
up. You
Holy-
don't have to explain nothing. Full chub. I love a ranch water or any type of drink with that and tahini. I'm in. You could tell me there's diesel fuel in there. I'm gonna drink it.
All right, I gotta pull this one up because this one I wrote in my notes here.
Dougie, I like how you're you're getting better with the pictures too. You put your hat in the background. It's a little bit
Yeah.
dark.
Little
That's
lighting,
nice.
little light
All right.
action there.
Hell yeah.
Now, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but now, we do these for the show. Maybe we turn them and we do a little bit of like the 16:9 pictures next time. But
Okay,
other than
okay.
that, they're beautiful, beautiful
All
pictures.
right. Well, I got you next time. All right. So this bad boy was called Sabotage.
Shout out Beastie
So-
Boys.
Yep. So
There he goes.
this was at
Chubs.
This was at Wolfgang
Yeah!
Puck's restaurant.
Son of a bitch. People are wearing headphones, you son of a bitch.
Continue.
We're done. We're done. Somebody tomorrow on Spotify or
It's gonna
Apple
be
Music
so
is gonna be at work, and it's just gonna be. I love it.
Wake somebody up.
All right. So yeah, sabotage. This was at Wolfgang Puck's restaurant in the Art District. This was a house tequila blanco, a fresca agave lime inside the Topo Chico.
In full
Yep.
chub. I
No,
love that.
obviously.
Sign me up. Sign me up. Full chub.
You see the Tahian on the outside. So
Yeah.
I'm not really used to that.
Full chub.
I might make these at tailgates. I love that.
Right?
Can I say
do it.
something that probably might offend a lot of people?
Okay.
Be
I'm not big on tahini at all.
Okay.
And that's fine. I thought you were gonna say you're not big on Topo Chico, and I'm like, I'm gonna fight
It
you.
was going to be.
No, I love Topo Chico. What are you talking about? But the tahini. I'm not big on tahini. Bring back Lucas. Maybe put some Lucas on there. See if
Or
it's
maybe you like chamoy better. Are you a chamoy guy? That's like the more sticky tamarind
Yeah,
kind of stuff. Tamarindo.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of tahini like some other people, but I will say that, I'm gonna say full chub, regardless. That does look very good.
And then before I just want to correct Southside Mofo. We're talking about Topo Gigio, which Johnny knows. Topo Chico is the drink. Topo Gigio was the Mexican mouse that sang on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Wait,
And
did I
sang-
say?
Also,
Wait,
a
did
very
I
No, and sang for my birthday.
Wait, did I say Topo Gio?
No. Southside Mofo was in the comments, and he thought Topo Chico was Topo Gigio.
Oh yeah.
Double Gigio is also a very good restaurant in Old Town.
Yes. Well, all three, great. All
Mm.
right, so what do we got, Dougie?
Yeah, this was a full chub. The one thing that I was really disappointed in us is we're gonna have to do a Sunday tailgate this year, like an impromptu.
We do have one.
Well, I meant like one of those like old school early ones where we did the breakfast and everything,
Mhm,
because
mhm.
that would kill for like a brunch menu. That would be lights out.
Time out.
Something
really
What
to
does the
think about.
time? What does the
Think
time
about.
have to do with anything? I would drink that in the summertime.
I would too.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Absolutely. Yeah. It just, there's something about it that like all the flavors hit. It just reminded me of kind of like almost getting like a fresh fruit with like your pancakes or some shit like that. It was fucking good. That's
Yeah,
all
he's
I
just
can
trying.
say.
He's just trying to tell you
All right.
probably the best time to drink this is around brunch time.
Hey,
That's all I
Yes.
was trying to
Dougie,
say.
you don't have to tell me twice. If you want to drink in the morning, we're in. Sign me
Yeah.
up.
I'm just trying to talk myself into it.
All right. I think this is the last one, right?
Yes, this is the last one. This one. Yeah. This one was called Hands Down. Okay. This was also a house-made vodka, fresh berries, mint, and lemon. And then there's candied peach on the stick that you can't see.
All right. So I like the name, hands down. Shout out Dashboard Confessional. One of my favorite songs ever. But I have to take points away from any vodka drink because the base level goes down. So I'm starting at a half chub, and I don't think it's getting much better than that. So I'm going half chub.
3/4 chubs.
I'll say half chub.
All right. So it's going to be a very specific reason why this is only a half chub. It was one of those big fucking blocks of ice in the middle.
Oh, I
know how
hate
they
those.
do-
Oh,
So
Yep.
if you pull that ice out, it's only like an ounce of drink.
Yep.
That's the bum of the week, that ice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And it was a cool stamped ice. So like it's like a 2228 Maine, and they had that all written on the ice. But I was like, the guy came up to the waiter. I had this awesome waiter, young kid, telling me all these facts about everything. And he goes, "What do you think of the drink?" And I'm like, it was like a 2-sip and it's gone. You know, he's like, well, yeah. He goes, I get that or whatever. He said, did you see that ice was stamped? I was like, I got to be honest with you, brother. I don't really give a fuck about ice. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but,
Yeah.
you know, like, I don't care if ice is stamped, you know, like, I don't want it, you know, I don't know. What do
That's
they
a
do?
lot of
Rinse it off
ice.
and use it for somebody else?
Peter, real quick, would you do ranch water with ketchup?
Yeah, probably. I'll do ranch water with anything at this point. I love a good ranch water. I mean, if you spice up the ketchup, you put a little, you know, sriracha ketchup in there. Yeah, sign me up. That's the one thing I will do is anything with. I mean, Taco. That's his gimmick. So maybe you do it, Taco. I did ask him what is the vampire riots, because I kind of want to look that up, but sounds good, but I don't know. We got to know what it is.
All right, Dougie, you had some great cocks. Great.
Thank you.
Once again,
Credit to you, Dougie.
Thank
Credit
you.
to you. We gotta get this. We gotta get this segment sponsored by like Blue Chew or something.
That's something.
Good job, Dougie. All right.
Yeah.
Before we bump some people, we just gotta pay a quick ad. The original Chickies Beef is a proud sponsor of the BumCast. Lent is here, and the last thing you want is to go to hell. So don't miss out on Chickies' fresh beer-battered codfish sandwich, available every Wednesday and Friday. Made from scratch, this sandwich features beer-battered cod, melted American cheese, zesty tartar sauce, and crunchy pickles. Also, make sure you check out their menu for a variety of other Lenten specials you don't want to miss. So don't upset Jesus. Stop into the original Chickies Beef, 4152 Roosevelt Road in Hillside, and tell them the Bum sent you. All right, let's get to our listener.
That stuff always gets me. That Jesus talk. Lent
Don't want to go to hell.
Don't go to hell, Johnny.
Nobody wants to go to hell. Yeah.
No
right.
meat on Fridays.
Time for our listener bums and MVBs. First up, the original Mr. Joey P. Bum of the week, NHL refs. Connor Bedard doesn't deserve misconduct penalties. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Dougie, you're going to talk about that.
I was gonna ask, is that your spoiler alert for later in the show, or can we talk about it now? You tell me.
We could talk about it now. I mean, that was going to be one of my bums of the week. It just, I don't know. Now it feels like almost like the league's trying to get at him a little bit, because that was so fucking petty, dude. You know, like, and then he got another one the other night. You know, so now it's just
back-to-back games.
Yeah, back-to-back games or whatever. Thank God it ain't soccer, you know, and it's a real sport. Otherwise, he probably would have got a red card and had to miss a couple games. Peter was distracted by the comments, so he didn't hear me talking shit about soccer.
I heard it.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood, Dougie. I'm in a good mood right
now. Yeah, you're a winner tonight. But yeah, it seems like the league is kind of almost like coming down on him a little bit, you know, and it was just too soft. Two very soft fucking 10-minute misconducts. So I don't know. League's better than that.
Yeah. His MVP, everyone that helped Sandy P. Have a great birthday. Cheers, belated birthday. I mean, it's birthday, but it was last week.
We might have celebrated it last week. We're gonna celebrate again this week. Sandy P deserves two birthday celebrations.
That's right.
Yeah.
Give her the Alexis treatment. Birthday month.
The whole month.
The whole month. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Before we get to the next one, we got an answer. It's tequila. What? Viuda de Sanchez, sangrita, and squirt dressed in a glass with chamoy and tajin. Yeah, I'm in. Full job. That sounds fantastic.
What's the second thing?
We're gonna have to Google it.
Just sangria. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like a sangria.
All right. Next up, we got Jordan, the bums. Bum of the week, Taco, for not coming to pick up his audio mixer. Pick it up, dude.
Figure it out, man.
He's in comments right now, so.
FBB, not Taco, because I still don't have my SB hat. Make up your mind.
Taco.
Hate. It's like I hate love relationship right there.
All right, Taco's up now. Bum of the week. Kick, flips, thrifts. Jose, since he couldn't chug his spring break drink. Ooh, yeah, that was a bad look.
That was a bad look. That was a bad look. A little bit of buzzball.
If you're gonna chug it live, you make sure you're a pro at it, because you don't want to get called out on live TV. Bum of the week, y'all or MVB, sorry, y'all for having us in the pod. That was a great fucking time. Go back if you haven't watched the Bums Happy Hour presented by Jack's Place. That was a great time. That chopping up for nearly 2 hours with the Boneheads and Brewski's crew. So
It was longer than that. Definitely longer than that.
Peek behind the curtain. We finished the pod about an hour, 50 minutes in. We stayed on StreamYard with nobody watching for about 5 hours.
Yeah, it was like
They got
3 to 5 hours just talking.
Great
It was
time.
like 2 a.m, dude.
Great time.
all right, next up, Jose from Kickflips and Threads. Bum of the week, Southwest Air. You know what you did? Yeah, they're fucking bad now. They're charging for checking your bags now. You're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's you.
Nickel and diming. Airfares are up.
What am I-
Making you pay for luggage. Bad stuff. MVB, us for having the Boneheads crew on the happy hour, and we had a blast. Thank you guys, and Deftones for an amazing show.
I love Deftones.
Yeah, Deftones sneaky. I mean, maybe not sneaky.
They're good.
They're a great band. Great band.
I thought you said
Yeah.
stink.
Jeff Bartlett, MVB, Beef Loaf for the 108 tourney. You sure about that?
Yeah. There's some people unhappy.
Bum, tourney bot buyers. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
can't never have it clean.
Do the gift, Dougie.
Yeah.
Gordo, MVB, Dougie, and Peter for visiting me at the hospital. Very nice. Happy you're home, Gordo. Happy you're
Good to
home.
see you.
Yeah. Hooters soon.
I will say, I think we were like the good luck, or the hospital was just like, I don't want these 2 fucking guys coming back. Let's get this dude out of here.
Dougie, you bought him a beef. We crop dusted the hell out of that hallway. They're probably like, we can't let these guys back.
Oh, you
in.
guys-
Send this-
You guys were
Send this
fucking
guy home.
troublemakers, huh? You guys were troublemakers.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it was funny. Like, I'm like, dude, are you supposed to be having this? He's like, kind of, sort of. And then, like, 2 seconds in, he's got a full mouth of beef, and the nurse walks in, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Bum of the
did,
week, Peter Fonseca for the 5 seed babysitting.
So I did the TikTok filter with like a bunch of White Sox Twitter personalities, and I said I'm going to power rank the people that I would let babysit my kids. Gordo, I love you, brother, but you got to babysit yourself at this point. There's no chance that, I mean, Landon will give you a heart attack again. So there's no chance I'm going to let you. It's for your own safety, the Gordo.
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
I also want to shout out Landon. Got that #1 pick.
Yeah,
He knows
you're his favorite White Sox Twitter personality.
He knows what's up.
Yeah.
Damn. Tough scene.
Roxy, MVB, Sam, King Ass for getting his first ever 108 tourney dub. 4 years couldn't come soon enough. Congratulations. Bum of the week, whoever could make today a holiday but didn't. Yeah, it should be a holiday. We all drink.
Yeah.
We're all not paying attention. We're now not working. So
Super Bowl, St. Patrick's Day. Do it.
add it.
Mhm.
King S, MVB, just a warm 25 and the play ball series at the Music Box. Cool. I don't know the reference to, but yes. Bum of the week, climate change going through
I know
47
what they
seasons in 3 days. Yeah, I mean, again, Friday and Saturday were great. Sunday sucked, but it's Chicago. It's the false winter or the false spring, the third winter, whatever you want to call it.
I read that as Sam is saying he's pro global warming.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, Dougie.
Yeah.
The White Sox truther, maybe a climate change truther.
Yeah.
Damn.
Think about that one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Brown, MVB, CBS Sports for opening their Selection Sunday show with the first class tribute to Greg Gumball. Not Gumball. Artie Gumball.
Either way.
Hey, Gumball. Greg Gumball for playing the Rolling Stones. Yes, rest in peace. Bum of the week.
I did see that. Just real quick, I did see that. That was very nice touch for them. Definitely Greg Gumbel, Southsider, definitely going to be missed on that selection show and college basketball. It's definitely going to be very different without him. So very nice tribute with him.
And his bum of the week, Dan Bernstein, Dan McNeil, and Derry Parkins went to bat for him on X. Yeah, I mean, we did all tweet police. He's going to jail he's in Twitter jail now that's our verdict.
Mm-hmm.
Guantanamo for Bernstein.
Yep. Jerry O'Sullivan, MVB, my wife Trisha for helping me host another successful St. Patrick's Day parade party. Yes, we had a great time. Thank you, Jerry. Bum of the week, the weather for trying to ruin my party. Again, It's bad timing, man.
Yeah.
Just can't win them all. Finally, Mailman Jack, bum of the week. The whiplash, the weather over the weekend. I know it's Chicago winter spring, but still bum behavior. Absolutely. Make up your mind, Mother Nature. MVP, even though I was able to go, the FOMO was real. It's Jerry O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, the FOMO too.
All right, Dougie, kick us off.
All right. So obviously, as you guys know, my bum is, the reps on Connor Bedard. And I have 2 MVPs. My first MVP is I want to MVP Mr. Ass, Sam. I want to congratulate him personally on his first win. And in his honor, I have emailed the NHL terms of play. And I officially petitioned that they change the shooting act of the one-timer to the Sam Reeves. So one-timer to Sam Reeves. So I would love to hear some hockey announcers say, "Oh, that's a hell of a Sam Reeves one-timer." My next MVP, I want to give out to everybody that voted for me today. It meant a lot to me. Yes, I did get absolutely crushed. I believe last time I looked, it was like 67-33. But we also had a shit ton of votes. We had 2,247 votes, which means I broke it down. 742 of you voted for me today. So with 742 votes, I don't know why 742 people like me or voted for me. Okay.
You're selling yourself.
Well, thank you.
Short,
No.
Shut up, man.
But
should be thousands. Should be thousands at this point, Dougie.
It will be one day, but it was very humbling, especially seeing some of the count numbers and some of the other, brackets and stuff like that or whatever. Getting 742 people to click your name is pretty awesome. So thank you to everybody that did that. I appreciate you. I do this for fun, nothing more. I can't wait to hang out with all of you, talk to you, share a beer with you, give you a high five, or give you one of my patented hugs. So I love you guys. Thank you.
Best hugs in the business, Dougie.
Thank you.
All right, let's go with Johnny. I guess Jason's indisposed at the moment, so
Yeah,
we'll go with Johnny, then I'll go.
First of all, great. Everybody who's done content, who's putting stuff out there. Good job for the winners today. Congratulations on everybody who's moving on. Very tough. There were some tough matchups that you were like, well, who should I vote for in this and that? But overall, congrats on everybody who won and who's moving on. And then, the people who didn't, like I say, you guys did an amazing job as well, too. So my first, I'm going to do an MVP for whoever selected the Illini to go number 6 seed. I thought they were going to go like 7th or 8th or anything like that, but they got a really good region. I know we're going to talk NCAA basketball tourney. How I'm the basketball tourney guy. So I'm very excited and pumped for this coming March Madness. I think they got a very doable region where they could possibly go far. But then again, this Illini team thinks that they're their old 5 Illini team where they could shoot the 3, and
that's every team now. Every team's shooting the 3s.
Steph Curry effect.
But I love them. I love the Illini. They're
playing in Milwaukee though, right?
Yes. So they got a very favorable.
Good.
Yes. So they got a very favorable area where they're going, and if they're hot, they're going to be hot. They can match up with any team. So I think that they could go far. I know Alex is in the comments as well too. We always talk all the time about this stuff. But I think that they have a very favorable region. Whoever they face between Texas and Xavier, and then move on. So I'm happy that the Illini are on the 6th seed. Now, still, my what a bum is still for the NCAA tourney is North Carolina getting into the tournament. There was a lot of pissed off people, including this was so bad. This actually went to I think somewhere in the Congress or something in West Virginia.
The governor.
Yes, the governor.
The governor
yes,
of West Virginia.
He got fucking pissed. I lost my fucking notes. This is perfect. Yeah, the state of West Virginia is opening investigation into the NCAA after being left out of the tournament, which they do have. They do have a good. They should have been in there. Indiana, I don't think so, but I think West Virginia did have a shot of getting into the tournament. North Carolina, this is where all this stuff was starting to come to fruition about the way that North Carolina got into the tournament. Bubba Cunningham is one of the selection committees of he's one of the chairs of the men's basketball selection. He's also the director of athletics for North Carolina as well too. Now he said that he was in a part of that whole selection committee and stuff like that. I don't know about that shit, man. Like, yeah, I don't.
Shit.
Yeah, that seems a little like iffy right there. So, I think they. I mean, I don't know how they pick these committees or anything like that, but I just think that they kind of like messed up on that particular spot with North Carolina going into the tourney. It all matters about quad one wins and all that. So. I'm talking to you guys like you know what I'm talking about.
No, I followed that story because West Virginia, the governor of West Virginia. Go if you go look at the press conference the governor of West Virginia had. One, he had a flag that was the size of like those speedway flags that you see on the side of interstates. Like it was the biggest American flag behind him. It made him look like an ant. And the other thing was he had a picture or like a sign of NCAA on the podium where he gave his speech, and it said National Corrupt Athletic Association. So this governor is so pissed and so petty that he made a sign that called the NCAA corrupt. I'm like, I love it. This is gonna get nowhere. It's gonna do nothing. But the fact that you're so pissed about college basketball, that's what I like. I need more. They
don't have any other sports. That's all they got is college basketball.
But it wasn't just them. When you were looking at the selection show, there was other people that are pissed. I'm like, I can't believe North Carolina got in there over like West Virginia, who does have a lot of quad one wins, who should have probably been in there. Couple of Illini players as well too. I'm not going to say names, but yeah, I would say that they kind of fumbled on that particular one, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Anyways, ILL, go Illini. We play on Friday.
All right, nice. Peter, what do you got?
All right, I'm going to piggyback on Dougie, and well, actually, I'll piggyback on Johnny first because I did watch a little bit of college basketball this weekend. Dickie V. Dickie V's speech at the end of the game, like we all grew up, right? Like I haven't followed as much college basketball as late. I used to be a huge Kentucky fan growing up. Tony Delk and everyone else. I loved Kentucky, but then I grew out of it because I didn't go to Kentucky or anything like that. But I still follow it closely around this time, Johnny. I don't watch it, but the fact that Dickie V had his speech, it was heartfelt. It tugged on the heartstrings. So I thought that was really. And then my second MVP goes to Jerry O'Sullivan for hosting the Southside Irish Day Parade party at his house. He was gracious enough to invite us over. I had a great time. I said before, I drank more Guinnesses yesterday than any other time in my life by far. But he also opened up his collection of Irish whiskeys. You guys know us. We're the bourbon bums. We're big on American whiskey. I don't really dabble all that much with the European stuff. I don't like Scotch all that much anymore. That's how I got into whiskey, but I don't like Scotch anymore that much. The Irish whiskeys he gave me were so lights out. I'm already Googling different things. He's open now. Hopefully Julie doesn't hear me because now she's gonna be like, you're gonna be buying Irish whiskeys now because they were so good. So thank you to Jerry. Not only was the whiskeys and the Guinnesses flowing, I had my first corned beef sandwich ever yesterday. So that was awesome. So it was a really good time. I know Jason, you could piggyback on that.
Yeah, he was my MVP too, just for great party and also for letting me drink all the whiskey. So
The whiskey was so good.
yeah.
And then finally, my last, I mean, obviously everyone that voted for me today, it was a dogfight. I said it was a Jim Ross slobber knocker between me and Senior Sox, and it was a fun time. Appreciate all the retweets, all the likes, all the support. You guys had my back from Jump Street. Julie was working her ass off with the quotes. She dropped a thirst trap. She dropped a pinup picture that I didn't see until right now when we started the show. I was like, what the hell? I wasn't ready for that. Our guy, Southside Zoe, came out of retirement that was unprompted. He texts me. He's like, hey, you want me to do a quick video? I was like, sure. He sent that to me. So like, it feels good to have people in your corner. You know, like we do this not for the clout or anything like that, because we love the community. We love the tailgates. We love the White Sox. We love doing this show, but we love everyone in the comments today and everyone on Twitter, you know, helping us out. So it goes a long way and it's not for nothing. So we really appreciate it. And from the bottom of all of our hearts, we thank you guys.
Yeah. All right. Close us out again. Jerry, MVB, also MVB to everyone who helped me on Thursday, even though I didn't win against Senior Sox, but there was a lot of love, a lot of big names came out to help endorse and everything. And Peter, you avenged the loss. So good job on that.
Barely.
But yeah, another just great outpouring of love and for trying to get me to pump over. Missy was doing a lot, too. So all the rest of the bum crew, like, thanks guys. Appreciate it. So bum of the week. They're going back in the tournament. It's Cubs fans. And it's all the Cubs fans who donated to Bleacher Jeff.
Hey, good call. Great call, by the way. I just saw press pop up and I'm like, uh-oh.
Because you donated for this guy to go to Japan, and this Big Lebowski wannabe motherfucker, all he does is take selfies of himself next to shit. That's what you fucking paid for this homeless motherfucking looking Big Lebowski wannabe to just take weird ass fucking faces next to on a bus, on a train, on a plane, fucking next to the field, and then eating at TGI fucking Fridays. Jesus Christ.
That was the worst. That was the worst one out of all of them. Like, you're go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, if you're saying it was a Cubs after party, then yes, I'm continuing to bum Cubs fans because you're going to Japan and you're going to Tokyo. You're eating at fucking Fridays. Come on, like Jesus fucking Christ, have some more self-respect for yourself. Like, eat better, treat yourselves better, and don't lend money to a guy who all he does is take weird ass fucking photos of himself, and that's his content. He wasn't. That was nothing. That was bullshit. Anyone could have done that.
Yeah,
so,
he not to cut you off, Jason, but I did bum him earlier when all that stuff was going down with the everybody paying for him.
I did not know that part. That's fucking amazing.
I didn't know he brought his mom with too.
Oh jeez. But the thing about the TGI Friday stuff, like, you're going to Japan.
Oh.
Like, you don't go to, like, if people are tourists, you go to Chicago, they're gonna try like Chicago cuisines or whatever that's very popular. You don't go to fucking Japan to try TGI Fridays. That's even the worst thing. Like, I didn't even know there's TGI Fridays still up. Like, where is a TGI Fridays anywhere? But that's fucking terrible.
I've been to, I've been to Hooters in Mexico. Guess what?
That's it. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say the same thing. I was smiling and raising my hand and said, as much as I hate Bleacher Jeff and we should be bumming for all of this, we went on vacation. We went to Hooters in Mexico. That was the worst decision of our lives. And me as a Mexican, that was bad. That was a bad.
I'm bumming both of you now. I'm bumming both of you too, because you don't go to vacation. You don't go to somebody else's country or state or wherever, and their cuisine. The first thing he goes like, "Oh, I love that TGI Fridays." Fuck you, man.
Those Jack Daniels wings just hit harder and fucking
right.
And then they do over here, man. So. What the hell? But
triple dipper.
Here's the picture of the grass, guys. Wow.
Oh yeah. No, wow. You know, on the reverse side, there's this guy that I follow, Nate or whatever, and he went out there, and that dude was eating some of the best stuff, dude. I was so glued to his Twitter, eating sashimi and ramen, and They had like a instant ramen vending machine there that just made it all for you, dude. It was fucking amazing. But there was a Garrett's popcorn there. There's a Garrett's popcorn there, and I was like, anything weird? He goes, no, it's kind of lame.
So Cubs fans, bum of the week.
Hell yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
Prez.
Yep. All right, that's our show. Reminder, tomorrow, 108 tourney, vote baloney.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a
baloney.
slobber knocker.
Keep voting bum.
I don't know how that's gonna go. That might be above my weight class, to tell you the truth. But we'll fight. I got one last thing planned for tomorrow. Hopefully, I drop it before.
You're gonna have to drop some
before
thirst traps, my dude.
Well, that sausage and Modelo did work today. I got a couple more hot dog pictures in my phone.
Well, your hot dog picture got me a warning notification because I retweeted it.
Oh, because of that not safe for work.
I think maybe
Can't do nothing nowadays.
I think
Elon.
maybe my uncle showing up while Peter was dropping him off at the airport might have gave him some votes as well too. I think that kind of pushed him as well, too.
MVP, my dad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is our show. Thanks everyone who liked, who commented, who super chatted. We appreciate you all. It was a great show tonight. We'll be back next week. And don't forget, RSVP for Whiskey at Comiskey home opener if you haven't already. And if you have a guest who wants to get in the back of our Whiskey at Comiskey opening day tee, shoot us a message. We'll add them. But turnout's been great. It's going to be a shit show on opening day. We can't wait to see you guys. Have a great night. Love you.